Good morning. I am Vinod Kumar Vetwari. Welcome to Oet Reading Task C explanation. All of the candidates do have confusions and problems in attending the questions and getting successful answers in OET Reading Task C. And we have different strategies. Every single trainer has, or every single candidate has different approach towards the question. And here I am today going to explain one strategy that you can actually adopt to see whether it becomes successful. Definitely it becomes successful. See that. First of all, instead of moving to the questions and the options, you need to go to the text first. You have two long texts, text 1 and text B, each containing 8 questions and a total of 16 questions you have. You can either begin from questions and go to the text, or you can have another attempt after moving to the text. You can go to the questions, and also sometimes some people would try to move to the options first and then to the text and then to the questions, and variety of methods can be adopted. So as far as today's lesson is concerned, I'm going to explain you one strategy in which the first step of finding out the answers of total 16 questions, which start from 7 to 20, I say, definitely 22 questions you have in total, is that at first, the first step is that you need to read the text first. Then you need to go to questions and then options. So the first step is to read the text first, understand it very clearly, read the first and last two lines of every paragraph, and also just have a general but still deeper understanding of the given text before you select text 1 or text C. See if there is any simplicity in the text. Sometimes you might have gone through some of the text might be understood to you very clearly. So you can either start from text 2 or text 1 also, depending on your understanding about the topics. Obviously, understand that your answer or the answer which you have in mind about a topic may not be the right answer for this particular passage, or maybe for this examination. I don't mean so, but instead of that, you can just use your skill of prediction as well as the ability to understand the text. For example, if the first text is all about minerals and the second text is about vitamins, and if you feel comfortable with vitamins, you can begin with second text, and that goes from 13 to 22 questions, I think. Definitely. So altogether you have 16 questions, and all these questions are sequentially arranged, and you can select which text you need to begin with. So that's what the first thing you need to understand. So as I said, go to the text first and then to the questions, and match the questions and the text and reread it again and see whether you can find answers or guess answers or assumes answers successfully before you moving on to options. I think you understood. First, read the text and then go to the questions and see whether you have any answer. At the same time, try to eliminate two obviously wrong answers. You know that you have 4 options. Out of that, 2 options are always wrong. So in the first step itself, you should physically strike off those options. If you have a clear understanding or a partial understanding of the given paragraph, you can actually strike off 2 obviously wrong options. So the first step is to read the text, then go to the questions and see whether you can identify 2 wrong answers. 2 wrong answers, not 2 wrong options, and strike off that. And then come to the fight between a distractor and the right answer. And one thing you should not forget, that all the answers, the questions also, all the answers in the passage C are arranged in sequential order, in the passage order. That means first paragraph signifies or refers to the first question, second paragraph to the second question, third paragraph to the third question. Not always, sometimes a single paragraph can have 2 questions also, but it happens very rarely. So understand guys, understand students and candidates, every single paragraph has its own importance and it signifies or refers to one particular question. You have total 16 questions and 16 paragraphs, and all the paragraph does contain 100 to 120 words, and altogether a text contains 800 words, 750 to 800 words, or 800 to 850 words sometimes. So there are tips which you need to actually understand. People sometimes would approach this particular question, part C, both tasks in a way that they move to questions first and then they go to text and then they go to options. So it can also be, supported, or it can also be done. Today's lesson particularly signifies that you need to go to text first, read it clearly, have a deeper understanding, read between the lines, understand that one implicit meaning of the statement is very, very important. The collective meaning of the paragraph is also important. Identify the question types. Sometimes the question types actually ask you to check the opinions and attitudes of the writer, and also sometimes it actually check the factual information. And sometimes the questions contain WH words. There are reference questions, I mean the lexical questions as well. So understand the type of questions, read the text very well and go to the questions and see whether you can find out the successful answer. And check and do clearly eliminate two wrong options, and then come to the fight between the distractor and the right answer, which may be difficult, but at that time you need to reread the text again. Reading the question many times and reading the text one or two times or three times definitely are required for finding out the successful answers. I know that this particular explanation is a little bit lengthy, but still you need to find out time for practicing this. Understand, 2 minutes can be devoted for each paragraph, I mean for each question. And if that question becomes difficult, don't get stuck on there. Instead of that, you move to the next question, because all the answers are in passage order. So if you can find the answers of fifth question in the first text, I mean the text number A or 1, you can actually identify where, or see, you can actually locate the answers of first, second, third and fourth questions, because these questions, I mean the answers are also arranged in passage order. As I said, first question first paragraph and second question second paragraph. So don't forget, don't get confused. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.